What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video, and today I am putting out a video so that you guys know how to get in contact with me a little bit better. So we've had issues with our Discord. I'm not actually the one that set the Discord up, and to be honest with you, I don't know shit about that app, and it's been kicking people out of the chat. So I also never check Discord as much because I'm on the game so much, and I'm on YouTube when I'm not on the game. And then I also run a like a crime and community group for the city that I live in. And I run missing persons in Washington State. I also run sexual assault and endometriosis because I have endometriosis. And, yeah. So I run a lot of stuff and I'm busy. So if you guys are trying to get in contact with me, you can hit me up on Facebook is the best way to get in touch with me because the Facebook pops up a little bubble, when I'm not recording. I will turn my notifications on. It doesn't matter like what time zone that you're in because I mute my phone, so you can blow it up like everybody else does. I had a lovely morning this morning. Thought that shit was gonna blow up off the fucking table. It was going off so damn much. All right, so MissyAnne, type that into Facebook. Marysville, Washington. You can filter the search, and you should be able to see my profile picture. And I'll pull that up here on your screen. Right here. This is my profile. Okay. So I actually was not really into the idea of running another Facebook group, especially one that I knew would be very, very busy. But there are some people that have wanted to step up and help me run it. There's not really going to be a whole lot of rules in a group like this. It's a gaming group, so it's just kind of common sense, respect each other. You can post ideas about, like city designs or, show off your city. If you see something that you think looks cool on the game, screenshot it, post it. If you have questions on the game, you know how to get to my YouTube channel. I can answer pretty much every question ever asked on the game is on somewhere in my channel, within a video somewhere. I will probably be advertising videos on there as they come out. I'll probably post it to the group so that way I make sure everybody knows it's out. Another good way to make sure that you're getting notifications for when I put out videos is to subscribe to my channel. So definitely hit that subscribe button and then hit the little bell button. Now, if you are wanting into my group on the game, a lot of people have been wanting in, and we're full right now. As people become inactive, I will slowly rotate the inactive people out for active people. So if you are a member of my group, you want to remain active. Otherwise, you will be removed to make place for an active person. That's not to be rude. That's just, we're here to play a game. So if you're not going to be on, you're not going to be playing. There's no sense in taking up space when somebody else could be using it and benefiting, and everybody doesn't want to be part of a dead group. So if you're going to be off for a while, you need to inform me of that and say, hey, I'm going to be off for the weekend, or a week. People will leave for a week or a month, and it's like, come on, dude, you're taking up space, So a lot of people have wanted into the game group so that they can get in contact with me more frequently. But I'm thinking that if I can, run this group, that you guys can maybe get the help that you need either on the group itself or by contacting me directly to this group. Okay. I will do the best that I can to keep up on everything. Okay. I'm trying. It's a lot, you guys, for one person, especially when I play the game too, fuck. Keeping up on the YouTube comments and the Discord and the messages. And then, like I said, on top of running a crime page for the city that I live in, shit, everybody in the city of Marysville knows who I am. I can't go anywhere without somebody, oh, you Missy from the crime page, So I talk to a lot of people every day. If I'm not getting back to you on time, I apologize. I'm trying. Okay, I'm really, really trying. if, and this is an important thing, if you ever message me on Facebook and it shows that I've seen your message and then it'll show that I'm typing and all of a sudden you don't like hear back from me, what has probably happened is I've either fallen asleep on my phone or what happens is I'll be typing and the Facebook will drop the bubble, you know, and I'm like, son of a bitch. So I don't want to close my game to have to reopen the Facebook Messenger. So I just wait for you to message me again and then I reply. So if you've noticed that I'm like, it shows me typing, but I haven't responded in a long time, like just shoot me another like message, be like just put it like a dot or, you know, whatever. And that way it pops back up on my screen. So I don't have to close my game every 2 minutes. I don't know why it happens. Sometimes I think, you know, somebody had mentioned to me that if you like cover a sensor on the front of your phone, sometimes like when you're typing, that it'll think that you set it down and it will close the app. But I don't know. Sometimes it does it when I'm not, you know, like covering any sensors or anything. So I think it's just weird and does what the fuck it wants, like all electronics. So if that happens, that's why I haven't replied to you or I've fallen asleep on my phone, which if you're in my group, you're very familiar with that. Okay, next thing. I have been typing up a building guide plan. So most of you that watch my channel, you know what Missy's plan is, Missy's Building Guide. And that is the strategy in which I tell you to meet these certain requirements by these levels and what to unlock, what not to unlock, what to do, what not to do, that kind of stuff. So I have typed something up for you guys. When I do the thing on the phone, it ends up being like really small in letters. So I have to make them larger in font. I tried to resize it to what I think is the appropriate size on the like PC or like if you were to print it, and it still ended up like 13 pages long. So it's a long, detailed checklist, and I didn't anticipate that to happen. Like what I wanted to do was I wanted to update Missy's plan, right? And do a new video with the updated changes, okay? And then put out a checklist, like a 2-page checklist where you could go, okay, from level 1 to 10, I got this done, this done, this done. Somehow this checklist, being how I try to put as much information as possible, ended up being 13 pages long. So there's going to be a detailed version of this checklist for players that either don't have time to watch the video, or maybe they don't want to have to go back and rewatch the video every time to remember like key points that I made, right? So I've noticed that players will ask me a question. I'll ask them if they watched a specific video, and then they will tell me, yep. And I'll be like, okay, because I spent like 10 minutes in that video explaining the question that you're asking and the answer to it. So either you weren't listening or I gave you so much information all at once that, you know, you just couldn't keep up, you know, and that absolutely could happen. Like I said, I have like 150 videos on this game, and I've probably talked tons of hours and hours and hours, and it would be difficult to keep up and remember everything, you know, especially if you're watching them back to back. So that's why I wanted to type up a document where you guys could, you know, see it and have it available to you without having to physically go and rewatch every video or write it down yourself. So hopefully that document helps. I did post it to the Facebook group. It's on there. You will have to request to join this group, but I'll just give you kind of like a preview of it. I just hit copy and paste. I can't copy and paste it to Messenger. I already tried, and they limit your amount of like letters that you can send in one message on Facebook, and it exceeded that, so it cut off, I don't know how much. I didn't go look, but it's a lot. So I'm just going to kind of scroll so you can see how much it really is. So this is the introduction part. Okay, this is what you will have accomplished by the end of the 3 months if you were to start your game fresh right now. Okay, and you were to follow my guide 100%, not tweaking it in any way. If you tweak it and you're like, okay, well, you know, I skipped 3 rounds of comm, so why didn't I end up with 1,500 platinum keys? Well, because you didn't play Okay, so the only way you're going to end up with this result is if you play exactly as I have written. Okay, now this is not a guide for somebody who casually plays this game. If you're somebody who picks this game up at night and only at night to play for like an hour or two, if that, this is not at all the guide for you. This is the way that I have written this up is to be the easiest possible for you without having to spend real money, but it requires a lot of participation and it requires a lot of planning and a lot of like good decision making. You can't slack off. You can't be lazy about, you know, what you want to do. You can't be like, oh, well, you know, I just wanted to go up a level because I thought this looked cool and I just wanted to dink around over here and I didn't want to run my production plan, but that, you know, strict because I didn't want to have to look for the items or, you know, whatever. So you have to be able to plan, have common sense, and just, you know, you have to want to do good. You know, you can't slack off. This is not the game for that. This is the type of game where you can play it any way you want to, right? And it can be a time killer and you get nowhere and you just run in place. So you're like, oh yeah, I've been playing fucking 4 years. I'm level 40, got 100 storage and fucking have my maps unlocked. Or you could be a player that says, you know what? I've been playing 3 months. I have my entire map unlocked. I've won Mega 7 times. I've got 1,500 platinum keys, 1,000 gold keys. I've bought 3 Maxis Manors, and every damn building on my map that is a regular residential home is now a gold epic, which I hit in 20 minutes every time, and I have maximum storage. Do you want to be that kind of player, or do you want to be the other kind of player? And that'll depend on the choices you make, the goals that you set for yourself, and the way that you play the game. And if you play it the way that I have it written, you will for sure, not maybe, no, you will for sure have accomplished this at a minimum. More if you add more time to the game, and you can always do better, you know? But this is the minimum. And this is a lot. I've made the game very easy, okay? But it's a lot to take in, and you have to be very careful. And I know a lot of you are not going to be restarting, so you're going to be picking up somewhere in the middle of this guide, which means that you're going to have to go back. I want you, if you're somebody who's like level 20, right? I want you to go back through the guide, read it from front, you know, from top to bottom. And I want you to make sure that you have everything on that checklist before you proceed forward. Now, there are some rare instances where you may have to go up in level to benefit because you've waited so long. For instance, this would be an example of that. Let's say that you are, and I had this issue this morning, okay, with a guy in my group. He's ending up having to restart, but he didn't have all of his shop slots unlocked, and he didn't have enough cash. He was in the Metro League, okay, and he had a 3,600 point task on a upgrade assignment. He was level 21, and he took that task in the Metro League, and he did it, and it bumped him up to level 22. That was a big problem because you unlock more stuff at level 22, but the bigger issue is that if you're trying to play Mega and win at Mega, you have to meet certain requirements to play at the level that you are. In order for you to make up for those upgrade tasks and still hit a 2K average, you have to be able to maximize your ability to do your other premium tasks. What this means is if you're in Mega, you have 75 assignments that you need to finish in a week because you have to do all your gold tickets. Now, out of those 75 assignments that you have available, right, if you can't do upgrade tasks, you're limited to your production tasks because you only have silver tokens unlocked at level 20. So if you're not even level 20, you're not even going to have that, right? So in his case, he was level 21, so he had silver tokens unlocked. Now, if you're somebody who watched my epic prep video for Mega, you would know why this is very, very crucial, that you would have to have all of the building, your shop slots unlocked, all 11 unlocked, okay? So in his case, what would have happened is he would have added on some additional production tasks to whatever item it is that he unlocked. And the best way for you to be able to judge where you're at, where you should be at, if you should restart, is to look up the SimCity Build It level unlocks and look them up and see what exactly it is you unlock at this level, the next level, and the next. So in his case, he was going to be in Mega with no way to prep for his production. He was low on storage, so he wouldn't have been able to hold a bunch of VU for those tasks. He wouldn't have been able to hold Mountain, Beach, or Dozer for the expansion task because he was so low on storage. And he wouldn't have been able to properly prep for any of the seasonal store items, which he would have only had like 5 done, I think is what he had unlocked in that shop. He also had, or would have been starting the Mega Leave with 16 cash, which is a big problem. You need cash when you hit Mega because those airport assignments you have to do. If they're over 2,000 points, you have to do them and you have to pay for them to return so that you can earn those high tasks. You can't skip airport tasks, skip upgrade tasks, slack off on production, and then spend 20 hours making fucking production on one assignment. You only got 4 or 5 days to finish all of your tasks. You don't have 20 hours to kill on one task. So you have to be able to prep for all of those. In his case, it would have been too much. He would have had 2 options. He would have had to go up to level 24 so that he could unlock gold tokens. That way he could alleviate a lot of the stress of the production tasks since he didn't have enough space and store slots. But by him going up in level, he also would have unlocked epic challenges, which means he would have had the epic task, which he wouldn't have been able to properly prep for because of his low storage capacity. So again, it was just more of a hassle. But if he had to pick, if he was wanting to proceed on with his city, he would have had to go up, not down. So in rare cases, it might be more beneficial to go up in level to savor what's left and try to fix whatever it is that you've done. So always weigh out your options. Like I said, if you need my help, you can definitely hit me up. But I'm pretty confident that I've put in enough information here for you guys to be able to fly on your own, so to speak. But if there is like a bunch of people asking me the same question, I will put a video out or update the building guide as the game changes. So again, you guys, if you want to join the Facebook group, this is the name of the group. You just hit, join or whatever. Right now, we don't have any like approval questionnaire or whatever they are you over 18 or whatever. It's like for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are, where you live, how old you are, just as long as you respect, people and you don't make it this. If you're on there being a dick and you're just like calling people names or, criticizing them for their punctuation or spelling for no reason, just look, man, I run a lot of groups. I see a lot of people. I deal with a lot of bullshit and I'm not in the mood for it. So don't be a dick. Okay. All right. That being said, I'm going to end this video. Our group code for the club in the game is going to remain the same. I will also have that put up in the announcement section of our group. And I don't think we're going to be opening up any spots right now, but we might be opening up one spot here soon, depending on if that person returns to the game or not. So, like I said, I'll just kind of scroll through and give you a rundown of like how long this thing is. You can print it. I do have it in a Word document, but it wouldn't let me hit the link. So it's not finished, by the way. I stopped at level 30. I am not done. This is a edited copy, and it's pretty much, it's close to done between level 1 and 30. I want to double check before I make it final and before I put the guide video out where I go through and in detail explain all this stuff. But it's pretty much done by the time you were to hit level 29. Okay. If you want to play the contest of mayors and win, then do not go to level 30 unless you are ready to unlock Omega, and be prepared to unlock the Omega canisters task. And I will have a video coming out on that and why that is a bitch. Okay.